Hello YouTube, my name is Powermark and welcome back to the third part of my Dungeons and Dragons Pokemon Complete handbook review. Sorry it took so long, I have been incredibly busy. Now, when we last left off, I'm so sorry that you just had to see my fall. Please hold. This book is very hard to open with just one hand. There we go. Oh no, I crinkled the book a little. So when we left off, we covered Cubic, the gelatinous cube Pokemon, which is based on the gelatinous cube monster. So just to give you all a quick little recap, all of the Pokemon in this book are based off of monsters and entities in Dungeons and Dragons. So let us resume. And we start with Wormind, who is a psychic type. He is the Illithid Tadpole Pokemon. There's his design, amazing colors. Those eyes are going to haunt your dreams. There's his Dex entry and his stats, and on each page of the Dex, I'm sorry I have a window open, you can see the picture of the monster that each Pokemon is based on, and one of its evolutions is Cominder. That is a very, very good name, the Mind Flare Pokemon. And there he is. If you played Baldur's Gate 3, then you will recognize this guy. There's his Dex and his stats. And there's the picture on what he is based off of. And next, we have Squirmind, the Aboleth Pokemon. There he is. Amazing colors and amazing detail. Very Pokemon style-esque, which I like. There's his Dex and his stats. And that is what he is based on. And also it tells you what creature they are based on in their species name. The Aboleth. This is based off of an Aboleth from D&D. And then we have Eldramind, the Elder Brain Pokemon. It should be the Elder Brain Dragon Pokemon. And there he is. As you can see, very dragon-like. And if you want more detail on what these monsters are, I suggest you just look them up on Wikipedia. But there's the Dex. And the stats. And that is the picture. And that is what he is based off. Maybe I will do a part after I've been through the entire book, where I go through the book again and I read all of the Dexes and all that, but you guys will have to let me know. And then moving on, we have Corustia, the Rust Monster Pokemon. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Corustia. As you can see, very, very nice orangey red. Like how it looks. And there's the Dex entry and its stats, and there's the bad boy that it's based on. Just give a brief recap. Rust monsters absolutely love metal in D&D, so much so that they will find any metal and completely rust it. So yeah, have fun with that. And here we have a regional Machop, the Locanth Pokemon. I have no idea what that monster is. There he is. Look at him. Look at that face and say he does not have murderous intent. Look at it. Anyway. But there is his Dex entry and his stats. And that is what he's based on. Again, look at the face and say he does not have murderous intent. Look, he's even got a seal or dog. Whatever the hell that is. And he evolves into Machoke, the Sahuagin Pokemon. Yep. There he is. Lovely purple added onto the turquoise. Looks like the Hulk. And then we have the Dex entry, as well as his stats. And the monster that he's based on. That is a very pretty face. That face is more pretty than yours. Actually, no, his face is more pretty than his face. And then we have Regional Machamp, the Sahuagin Baron Pokemon. And then we have, love the pose, screams Machamp, it does. But there's the Dex entry and the stats, and that is what he is based on. Sahuagins are basically like fish people. And then we have a Regional Tauros, the Gorgon Pokemon. Now, you think Gorgon, you think Medusa. That's not what Gorgons are in D&D. Medusa is its own thing in Dungeons and Dragons. A Gorgon is basically a mechanical bull. And may I just say, I absolutely love this Tauros, and I wish Tauros got a bit more love. And he is spewing poison, whatever it is, I can't remember. But there's the Dex entry and the stats, and that is what he is based on. Again, matches the pose perfectly. And then we have Mimidra, the Almidra Pokemon. Look at it, it's so cute. Again, I have no idea how to pronounce both names, but he's so cute. Look at it. But there is the Dex and the stats. Again, pause to read in your own time. But it's basically a bunny, but with a unicorn horn. Very intimidating and scary. And then we have Regional Blitzel, the seahorse Pokemon. And there it is, looking very, it's quite literally a sea horse. Yes. And there's the Dex entry and the stats. And again, like all of my book reviews, pause to read if you would like. And there's the seahorse, what it's based on. And then we have Zebstrika, the Hippocamp Pokemon. And amazing part, I love the eyes. The eyes are just so amazing. And then we have the Dex and the stats. Pause to read in your own time. And there we have what the monster that is based on. And then we have Modon, the Monodrone Pokemon. And there he is. Just a little ball that can fly and is cute. I love that there is reflectiveness in the eye and on the body. Really amplifies the steel typing of it. But there's the Dex and the stats. Please pause if you would like to read. And that is what it's based on. It's based on the Modrons. And then we have Crodron, the Quadrone Pokemon. And as you can see, it is a box. Again, love that there is shiny detail, like it's reflective. Again, emphasizing the steel typing. But there is his Dex and his stats and what he is based on. So very, very good. And moving on, I might going to do two more after these two. But here we have Mocrudon, or Mocrudon, the Pentadrone Pokemon. Again, amazing detail. Love the eye. The eye is very intimidating. Excuse me, book. No closing. And there you have his Dex and his stats. And that is what he is based on. And then we have Arthropred, the Etacap Pokemon. Very, very good. He looks very shy. He's like, excuse me, could I borrow a bag of sugar? That's the thought that he's giving. But there is his Dex and his stats and what he is based on. So let's just get two more out of the way. Yes. Here we have Fungmold, the Vegapygmy Pokemon. Yes, he looks very miserable. He looks so miserable. Look at him. Anyway, there is his dex and his stats. Again, pause to read in your own time. And there is what he is based on. And then we have Corruptiform, the Thorny Pokemon. And that is very, very cool. Love this design. It's amazing. And there's the dex and the stats. Pause to read in your own time. And that is what he's based on. And there you go, guys. That has been part 3 of my review of the Pokemon Dungeons and Dragons Complete Handbook. I'm sorry, there's like a road sweeper going past outside, guys. Made by Dungeons and Pokemon on Twitter. Not on Twitter, on Instagram, so go and check them out. They are very amazing. So, yeah, part 4 will be on these guys. So, yeah, and I will try and get part 4 out as soon as I can. So, that's it, guys. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to become part of whatever I'm calling my subscribers. And that's it. Power out.